Okay, good morning, everyone. My name's Beth Thomas, and I would like to tell you a brief story about my life and how the Head Start program has truly been beneficial in my life. Just to give a quick overview, my my family originally came from Snyder County, McClure actually, and my dad was a contractor, and he actually helped build some of the buildings at Bloomsburg University. So the ride for him from McClure to Bloomsburg was about an hour or so. So they wanted to move a little bit closer to the Bloomsburg area. So they found Ringtown, which is in northern Schuylkill County. It's just a small little community. So Head Start has really been truly a part of my entire life. My journey began when I was very small. And like I said, I grew up in a little rural community called Ringtown in northern Schuylkill County. Brandy, can you go to the next slide, please? So 3 days before my second birthday in 1975, my father was killed in a horrific accident. My mom, who was a homemaker, was now left to raise three young children by herself. My oldest brother was 11, my middle brother was 8, and then I was 2. Actually, last Wednesday, June 18th, marked the 50-year anniversary of my father's death. So, my mom, being that, we were an hour and a half away from family, she was left to raise the three of us. And luckily for us, I still don't know why they picked Ringtown because it's so small, but a Head Start classroom was opened at the Ringtown Elementary Center. Brandy, you could go to the next slide. So this is the Ringtown Elementary Center. When I was in third grade, they added on to the new section, which you see on the left, but on the right side, it was the old section of the school. So the Head Start classroom was opened on the stage of the Ringtown Elementary School. And I was in the very first Head Start class. What's even better was Head Start gave my mom an opportunity to be a teacher's aide in that classroom. I still have very fond memories of my experience as a child, one of which is I always felt safe. I was always comforted. I can still remember my Head Start teacher, Miss Alicia. Um, I remember the stage very clearly. I'm still in contact with some of the many friends I had at Head Start. It was just an overall fantastic experience. My mom worked with the Head Start program until I was in third grade, and then a factory had opened up in Ringtown, a window factory, and she had went there mainly because she needed the benefits because as she was only a part-time aide, so she wasn't getting benefits at the program at that time. So she left then when I was in third grade. Next slide, please. So this is a picture of me and my dad in 1974. And again, like I said, last Wednesday marked 50 years of his passing. He was very involved in the community. He started the wrestling program in Ringtown. Um, if any of you people follow wrestling, he was very close with Joe Cesare, who was the North Schuylkill wrestling coach. My dad worked very close with him, and he was also a Boy Scout leader in Ringtown. He was just very involved with the community. Next slide. So this is me, 4 years of age, on one of our many field trips with child development. You can see in the background, even back then in 1975, 76, parent involvement was very, very involved. That's two parents in the background who I still know today. And again, like most of these kids that are in this picture, we started in Head Start, went through elementary, high school, and we're still friends to this day. So now we're going to fast forward pretty many years. I went through high school. I went to college. When I was at college, I really did not know what I wanted to do. My brother was in the medical field, so I thought maybe the medical field. And I stuck around with early childhood. I went to Northampton Community College and I graduated with an associate's degree. And when I came home, I became a director of a child care center here in Shenandoah. I was the director there for 10 years. Um, we started with the Keystone Stars program when it first originated. Um, we became probably one of the first centers in the county to get a star 3. I started the federal food program there. I had when I left, I had about 105 children, infants to school age, and I had a wonderful staff. Um, but there was just something. I loved being a director, but I wanted to be in the classroom. And I saw child development was looking to hire a teacher. So I applied, and luckily for me, I got in. Um, Child development is a very large program in Schuylkill County. We have, one, two, three, four, probably 6, 7 centers in the county. I work at the Monterey City Center. We have 3 Head Start classrooms at our Monterey City Center. Um, we have an awesome staff. The whole child development program is just, we're one big family. So through the child development program and with Head Start, like I said, I had my associate's degree. I was able to go back to school. I went through Drexel online and I obtained my bachelor's degree. Uh, when I started with child development, my second year with the program, my youngest son, Jeremy, who was 3 at the time, he started with the program. So Brandy, if you could go to the slide with Jeremy. That's my Jeremy. On the left is a picture. He would often volunteer in my classroom a lot. The kids loved him. He loved coming over. I think he had probably more fun than some of the kids that day. He was going down the slide with the kids. Um, he just loved interacting with them. And then the picture on the right is on June 2nd of this year. He just graduated from high school. He's going to attend Pennsylvania College of Technology in the fall, and he's going for landscaping and horticulture. He was awarded a scholarship through child development. I think he was awarded the Paul J. Franks Memorial Award through our program. Um, so I'm proud of him and his accomplishments, and I know that even when he's on break from school, when he's home, he'll come over and visit. So then this past August, if Brandy, you could go to the next slide. This is my oldest son, JT. So in August, we always have a big program meeting that we're all together. Marianne Devlin, our executive director, she goes over the program overall with funding and all that. And then they always recognize staff. So in August, I was awarded my 15 years of service, and my son was awarded his 5 years of service. He graduated high school in 2017 and began working with the program in 2019. Since then, he obtained his CDA and he's working full time at our Fountain Springs Center as the nutrition aide slash assistant teacher. He loves it. He loves it just as much as I love it. Um, he grew up in the system with me being a director, so he was always with me at the daycare, and then just through the years, me working through the daycare and then child development. So he loves it just as much as I do. So as you can see, Head Start has been very influential in my life. I don't think of it as a job. It's so much more than that. I am teaching them valuable lessons, but I'm also, you know, we're teaching them social emotional skills, cognitive skills, language skills, fine gross motor skills, but I'm building lasting relationships with them as well as their families. Actually, last night I got a message from one of my students. He's going to kindergarten next year, but his mom messaged me that he misses me and he cries every day because he wants to come back to school. So that's the best feeling, when you get messages from former students, current students. I hear about their achievements. I am starting to feel old because some of the kids I've had are now graduating. Um, so, but it's a nice experience to just see how they're doing. I have a lot of kids that come back to us. Um, it's just an amazing job. I always say I get to go to work every day and basically play and interact with little humans. They're so intelligent. It's just amazing, like to see their experiences, see how resilient they are, the struggles that their families go through. I mean, just Head Start alone, it's just not for the kids. It helped me has my help my family. We help numerous families in our program. It's vital. So as I stated, we're preparing them in so many ways, not just academically, but maybe more importantly, creating a foundation of their social emotional skills. Our program's motto is preparing children for a lifetime of learning. And I strongly believe in that. So in closing, as you could see how Head Start supported and influenced my life, think about all the other many lives that it has affected. And as we celebrate 60 years, we need to continue to advocate for our children and the families so they could all benefit from, this exceptional program that there is.